Destiny changer, I call you destiny changer. Come and change my destiny today. Come and change my destiny today. Destiny changer. You are a destiny changer. Come and change my destiny today. Come and change my destiny today. I call you problem solver. You are the problem solver. Problem solver. Through me. In the mighty name of Jesus. It's just me standing here, but I know Holy Spirit you're in charge. May they not see me, but see you, O Lord. May they not hear me, but hear you speak to them in the name of Jesus. Father, thank you, Lord, for you are great. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. You can have your seat. Good morning, church. Thank you so much for it. Praise the Lord. Our God is a God that changes destiny. He's the only one who can make impossible to be possible. No one else but Him. He's the only one who we can put our trust in to do something great in our life. And we know that He's working on us. Hallelujah. I've titled my topic today, What He Did Before, He Will Do Again. What He did before, He will do again. Turn to your neighbor on the right side and say, neighbor, what He did before, He will do again. Turn to your neighbor on the left side and say, neighbor, what He did before, He will do again. What He before, He will do again. Hallelujah. I chose this topic because to encourage somebody in the house today, to encourage someone who is going through difficulties, who is going through anxiety, who is going through depression, who is facing some challenges at this moment. Just to let you know that you are not alone, that God is still working, that He is with you, and you are going to come out strong in the mighty name of Jesus. Hallelujah. One thing about God is that God does not work like man. He's not a man. You know, one difference between God and man is that God has no retirement age. He does not retire. If you know what I'm talking about. We human beings at some point will retire. Doctors at some point, Dr. Niji, you can testify to that. They will retire and stop practicing. And if you're a police officer, at some point you're going to stop arresting people. And if you're a teacher, at some point you're going to retire. You stop teaching. Pastor, I'm so sorry. If you're a pastor too, at some point you also have to retire. Have retirement time too. Everything in life have a retirement time except God. He never retire. He's the same God, never retire. Hallelujah. But there's one lie the devil tried to tell us is that God does not perform miracles again. That the miracle that God performed was back then in the Bible, the Old Testament. That God has stopped working. No more miracle. It's just a lie that the devil tried to tell us. And some people try to believe. But he's a God that never fell. He never changed. He never retired. What he did before, he will do again. Amen. Please turn with me if you go to Hebrew 13:8. Hebrew 13:8. If you're there, shout hallelujah. If you're not there, say wait for me. And some people still say wait for me. Pastor is really not sure about this hallelujah. He's still thinking. Hallelujah. And I'll read. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Meaning God never sleeps. He never changed. What he did 1,000 years ago, he will do today. What he did yesterday, he will do at this moment. And what he's going to do today, he will do tomorrow and forever. He never changed. I just want to encourage anyone here that is going through difficulties that God has not changed. He's going to come to your rescue and he's going to do something great in your life. A couple of weeks ago, Nicole was running for a student council representative for her school. A little Nicole, she's grown. And she was a little bit discouraged at some point because she believed she did not win. She came home, she started playing tantrum. I tried to encourage her, but she wasn't really getting what I was trying to do. I left her. And she later came to me to talk to me. Then I was able to encourage her. I reminded her of when I was about to go for my citizenship. I got the letter of the days for my citizenship. And that same day is the same day that she's going to graduate from the 4th grade. And she said, Mommy, I would like you to be there for my 4th grade graduation. I look at the date for my citizenship and for your 4th grade. They are both important. But I think I should go for the one for the citizenship. And also said to me, you better be careful because if you don't take time, you're going to be deported back in Nigeria. And I was thinking between them, but I know I've already made up my mind I'm going to go for my citizenship. There will be more graduation. Nicole did not say anything to me. She went and she started praying. She went to talk to her God, the only one who can solve her problem, the only one who knows her heart. I received a letter Guess what the letter said? My appointment was cancelled. How she did it? But what God did yesterday, He will do today. What He did before, He will do again. My appointment was cancelled, and I ended up going for her graduation because it was a hard desire, and she took it to God in prayer. And I said to Nicole, if you think about what God did for you before, you know that He's the same God today. All you're going to do is nothing but to believe and pray and let God take control. On Friday, I went to pick her up from school. She was so happy. I said, what's going on? It has been a long time I see this smiling face on you. And she said that she won. And little Nicole, she's a student representative in her school right now. You know what He did before, He will do again. There is nothing impossible for God to do. Turn with me to 1 Samuel 17:37. Samuel 17:37. Moreover, David said, the Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said to David, go, and the Lord be with you. So, David was saying to Saul that God has not retired. The same God that helped him before will also help him and see him through. I don't know what you're passing through, but I pray that God Almighty will elevate you in the mighty name of Jesus. He will elevate you to the higher height in the mighty name of Jesus. There are two important lessons to learn from the Goliath story. Number one, there will always be Goliath. There will always be Goliath. The worst thing you can ever think is that you can run away from challenges. You can run away from problems and you can run away from Goliath. But there is always going to be Goliath. If you leave your job because of your boss or because of your co-worker giving you a hard time and you apply in a different company, trust me, you don't know what you're going to meet in that company where you're going. You can't run away. And if you leave a church because of one church member giving you a hard time, may God help you to where you're going. Because you don't know who you're going to meet where you're going. And if you quit your marriage because of one problem that will be able to solve, and you refuse to solve it and run away to another marriage, all I'm going to say is that it is well. I remember when we used to live in Eric, in an apartment, we have a lot of smokers around. I always complain. My husband knows when I'm home because I was just full of complaining. I always complain to him. When are you going to move me out of this place? When are we going to be out of this smoking environment? And to God be the glory. God bless us, we moved to Auburn. But guess what? I saw snakes. I don't think which one is better. Whether to run away from the smoke and go to snake right now. I don't know what. I know that God is still the same. He's still working. And number two, important lesson from Goliath's story is that when you face Goliath, remember that your God has not retired. When you face Goliath, remember that God has not retired. Don't try to fight Goliath on your own. David knows that God has helped him before. And he believed that God will also help him to fight him. God has not retired. I don't know what the medical diagnoses are, but one thing I know is that God has not retired. What he did before, he will do again. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. So the question now is, what has God done before? What has he done before? You're saying what God has done before, he will do again. What has he done before? Number one thing that God has done before is that God has healed sickness before. God has healed sickness before. Can someone turn with me to Matthew 12? When Jesus knew it, he withdrew himself from thence, and great multitude followed him, and he healed them all. And turn with me again to Matthew 9:20-22. Matthew chapter 9:20-22. And he said, Jesus then, just then, a woman who had been subjected to bleeding for 12 years came up behind him and touched the edge of his clothes. 21. She said to herself, if only I touch his clothes, I will be healed. If only I touch his clothes, I will be healed. And 22. Jesus turned and saw her. Take her, daughter, he said, your faith has healed you. And the woman was healed at that moment. I don't know what is going on in your life. I don't know the diagnosis that the doctors have placed and named you. But one thing I know is that what he did before, he will do again. He's a miracle working God and he's a healing God. I remember years ago, I went for doctor's appointment and I have a diagnosis that they said to me that they found something growing in my stomach because I was having stomach pain. I have to go to the doctor to find out what was happening. The diagnosis rejected that. They said it's non-harmful cancer. I look at myself, I say that this temple is the temple of God, and I reject that, and I reject that. And to God be the glory, I went back again for another checkup, and they said they couldn't find anything. The same God healed me. What he did before, he will do again. No matter the sickness it is, he heals. What he did before, he will do again. Only believe. Number 2 is God have solved difficult problems before. God have solved difficult, don't need any prayer. You can solve it on your own. For example, if somebody comes to me or comes to you for $5 coffee, you're not going to go into prayer, fasting and prayer to give somebody $5 to buy coffee. You can just easily take the money and give to the person. But there are some problems that you're going through. You know that you need God. That you cannot do it all by yourself. You know that you need that one that has a great ability to solve that. That person, which is Master Jesus, who is the only one to solve it. You run to him because you know how to solve difficult problems. I remember Bella came home last week with a math problem. And look at me and math, we are not too friendly. I tried my best. Some of them we got, some of them we didn't. And I waited for my husband. We believe that he can solve anything. He do all the difficult stuff. He came home. He tried. He got the answer, but he didn't know how he got the wow. And if daddy cannot get it, there is a problem. Because he's the only one who can do anything in that house, we believe. But daddy brought it to somebody else who is a little bit higher height in that knowledge. He brought it to Toby. I don't know if Toby is here. His right answer. And also how the problem itself and everything. Same thing with us. When we are passing through some difficulties, we know that this is beyond us. We cannot solve it on our own. But we take it to Master Jesus, to the one who doesn't run away from difficult things, the one who never retires and will never retire. And he's always there for us. Just cry unto him. He's the same God yesterday, the same God today, and forever. What he did before, he will do again. And someone thought, can you turn with me to Jeremiah 32:17? Jeremiah 32:17. Jeremiah 32:17. And it says, Lord God, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by the great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. There is nothing too hard for thee. He can heal the sick. He can raise the dead. He can move mountains. He can move any challenge that you're facing through now. He can take away every problem that you're facing through. He can take away every challenge that you're facing through. And he will make you new again. In the mighty name of Jesus. Number 3 is God have dealt with hopeless case in the past. God have dealt with hopeless cases in the past. God have dealt with hopeless cases in the past. Praise the Lord. There are some situations that you're going through, and you think that there will be no way out. There's no way, there's no hope at all. But God has solution to all the hopeless situations. Can we open to John chapter 11? God is expert to everything. John chapter 11, from verse 17. John 11:17. And he said, then, when Jesus came, he found that he had laid in the grave 4 days already. Now, Bethany was nigh unto Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off. 19. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. 20. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him. But Mary sat still in the house. 21. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. 22. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give it thee. 23. Jesus said unto her, thy brother shall rise again. 24. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. 25. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet he shall live. 26. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? So Lazarus, his own case was just hopeless. He was dead for how many days? How many days? 4 days. You see the miracle there. Someone was dead for 4 days, and yet God brought the person back to life. That's God that has experience. That's the only one who can do all things, who can make impossible to be possible, who can restore all hope back and bring joy. There is one of my brother happens to that. The first year that he got married, he was shot by armed robber. First year of his marriage, the wife was pregnant. Right now, the son is almost 20 something, yet he's still not able to see the sun. When it happened, everybody lost hope. We thought he was going to die. We thought that was it, that was the end. However, God restored him, we don't know. But right now, as I'm talking to you, the man has never begged for bread. He has never begged for raising his children in college. One of the sons just graduated out of college last year, this year May, and another one is coming out of med school next year. Never beg. That's what God can do. When there's no hope, He restore hope. When everybody thought, that's it, God will say that's the beginning of your destiny. I don't know what you're passing through, but I know it's a new beginning. A new beginning is coming your way in the mighty name of Jesus. A change is coming your way in the mighty name of Jesus. God will uplift you in the mighty name of Jesus. And number 4 of what God did before the last one, is that God has protected his people in the past. God has protected his people in the past. Turn with me to Exodus chapter 14, 10 to 14. Exodus 14, 10 to 14. We are living in a dangerous world right now, a very fearful one. You wake up, you don't even know what is going to happen, the next step of what is going to happen. Anywhere you turn around, either shooting in school or shooting in the mall. Even mosquito bite is also a problem. But what God has done before, He will do again. Exodus 10:14, it says, as Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them. They were terrified and cried out to the Lord. 11. They said to Moses, was it because there were no grave in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? What have you done to us by bringing us out of Egypt? 12. Didn't we say to you in Egypt, leave us alone, let us serve Egyptians? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert. 13. Moses answered the people, do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptian you see today, you will never see again. The Egyptian you see today, you will never see again. 14. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. There's a song that says, when the oceans rise and thunders roll, I will soar with you above the storm. Oh, Father, you are great over the flood, and I will be still. That challenge that you're passing through, that problem that you think that is taking over your life, God said that He's still the Lord. The same God that saved Israelites, He will save you. The same God that brought Joseph out of prison land and made him the king, He is there for you. The same God was there for David, He is there for you. He never changed. And He will not see your situation and change. You will come out strong in the mighty name of Jesus. You will come out great in the mighty name of Jesus. Shall we stand on our feet? Quiet, please, I need your prayer. two prayer points for knocking on